Hello, and today I'm going to show you how to take a full month of content from your elevated social membership and schedule it out using Facebook's Meta Business Suite. So what you need to do is open up your feed posts and make sure that they are all fully customized to your brand and for your information, such as this open house. If you're going to hold an open house, you would want to put your own information in there. Same thing, you would want your own electricians being in here and making sure everything's your brand colors, adding your own photo, saying a few things about you. So once you have all of those templates completely updated for your branded information, we're going to go to the share button and hit download. Now, the really cool thing about Canva is that it gives you so many great options. I always like to bump it up to about a 2.5 before downloading because this is really going to make the images nice and crisp and easy to look at. It's not going to be blurry or anything. Also, you have lots of options on how to download your images. If all of these are selected and you hit done and download, it's going to download all of the images. You can also pick and choose which images that you would like to download. For me, I just downloaded all of them, but you could go in and you could deselect each caption page if you wanted to. For me, I was like, I can overlook the caption pages. I'll just download all of it. Or you could just schedule out 1 week's worth of posts. So if you wanted to, you could just download the first 7 posts. For this video, I'm going to just go ahead and download all of them. Just hit that done button and then select download. Now I've already done this, so I'm not going to actually hit the download button, but you would want to. So now we're going to jump over to our Meta Business Suite, and you're going to want to be logged into your business account on Facebook, and you should see your page when you log in right here. This is my page because I'm doing the example, but this should definitely be your page. So if you go over to the left-hand side, you're going to see Planner. So just click on that, and it's going to always default to this view, which is the week view. If you scroll back, you can see what I did the week before and so forth. If you don't want the week view, if you want the month overview, you can definitely do that by toggling these switches up here. Month to week, week to month. So now you can see July. We want to work in August though, because we're going to schedule out all of August. So we're going to switch over to August. Now it's not going to show us anything because we don't have anything scheduled. So our first job is getting our very first post scheduled. So just hit this button here. We're going to schedule a post. A post is going to be your square images. So Facebook's pretty cool because it already knows your activity and it shows you your active times. This is when you're going to get the most engagement based off their algorithm and the history of your posts. So I always just tend to take their word for it and post when they tell me to. If you want to go into more detail about that, that is definitely up to you. You're going to want to do that research on your own. So we want to make sure that we have both of our accounts selected up at the top. It always just defaults to Facebook. And then down here, of course, we have our August 1st and our scheduling time. So that looks good. So now we're going to add our image. So we're going to go to add photo and upload from desktop. Now this is where I know which one is a caption and which one isn't. So I know number 2 is going to be our photo. So while that's uploading, you can actually, oh, there it is. Great. Now you can see it. So let's jump back over to Canva and we're going to scroll down to the caption. The caption always follows the post. So what I'm going to do is just copy and paste that and then go back over to our Meta Business Suite and paste that straight in here. Now, these captions are written as a suggestion, an overview, or an outline. And so we want you to make sure that you're putting your own touch on these captions. If you're constantly, if you copy and paste a few right out of it, okay. But if you're constantly copying and pasting it from our templates, it's going to lose your voice. People know you, at least they want to know you. They're following you and they want to hear your personal voice. So make sure that you always give it a little bit of touch. And we do have some captions that have specific information that you need to update, like this one says neighborhood. So now that we have everything, we are ready to go. We just hit that schedule button and it's going to pop up here in the scheduler. Now you notice it only shows Facebook. That's okay. It is just takes a second for it to pop up there, but I promise it will. So we're going to go and we're going to do the same thing with our stories. We're going to download all of our stories just like we did with the feed post. Make sure you pop that up to about 2.5. That's just a suggestion, but I don't know why you wouldn't. So hit download like I already did. I don't need to do it again. So we're going to go back over. And so now we're going to publish our matching story for that day on August 1st. So we're just going to drag that and drop it right over here. Now, I kind of have a different take on stories. I actually think that I like to, that stories get more views in the morning. So I like to put fresh content up for my stories first thing in the morning. So I tend to publish pretty early. So we're going to, well, before that though, here you do have created tools just like you might on your phone, not as many as on your phone. But there are some. This swipe up link is really cool, and I don't think that you should use it for every single one, but I do think that you should use it. This one isn't something you would do a swipe up for because no one's really interested in seeing that probably. But let's say you did have a just listed and you wanted people to have the opportunity to go and look at more information on that listing, you could definitely put a link in there to your website. All right, so if you don't want to share that story because that's going to go immediately. So if you hit that down arrow, it's going to pop up your scheduling time. We want it on August 1st because that's what we're scheduling everything for. But you can see here it says 9 a.m. I'm actually going to just change that over to 7. I'm not going to change anything else. 7:47, totally fine, no problem. But I do like to post these stories a little bit earlier. That feed post isn't going to hit until 7 p.m., but we're going to let that story go early. I think people, when they wake up, they're more likely to check their stories and not so much scroll that feed because they know that you're going to have to get up pretty soon. So just schedule that story and you're going to see it pop up on August the 1st. So we're going to keep going. We're just going to keep this train moving. We're going to continue on with August the 2nd. Oh, there they are. They're popping up now. Sorry, there was a preview of it. And I'm just going to show you. If you ever needed to edit, you could do that. Okay, so now if we toggle back over to the month and we go back over to August, you're going to see now we can see the full month because we do have one scheduled. So once you get that first one scheduled, you can have that month overview. You can even schedule reels on here too. So if you pre-make some of your reels and you want to schedule them out, you can definitely do that. So again, we're going to make sure that we have both accounts selected. We have our days and time correct here, August 2nd at 7 p.m. So now we're going to add our photo. We're going to jump over. We're going to grab our caption again, copy and paste. And we're good. This one was pretty easy. Go ahead and hit that schedule button once you feel like you're ready to go. You can come over here and toggle what website you're previewing. If this pops up, don't worry. It might pop up 2 or 3 times. It might just do once like this time. But just keep hitting that OK and try to schedule again, and it will pop up. So now it's time to do the same thing with our story. Again, we're going to make sure it's both say August 2nd. We're going to change them both over to 7 a.m. Drag and drop. Got both of our accounts selected. It does take a few minutes to upload because, again, we did download at a higher resolution, so it's a little bit of a bigger file. You can put stickers on there if you want. Add a little personalized text if you want. But we're just going to go ahead and get that one scheduled. Okay, so now on Thursday, August 3rd, we're going to schedule a post. This one's going to be a slider post. So I'm going to show you how to do 2 photos or more at one time. We're going to go ahead and get this one scheduled for the right time, PM. We want to make sure we have both accounts selected. We're going to double check our dates and times. Perfect. Now we're going to add our photo. Like I said before, we're going to have 2 photos. Now, I actually messed up a little bit on this one. So I'm going to show you what I did. This is a really good learning. So we're going to copy and paste our caption. Now, this one is definitely something that you want to make sure that you update for your personal area. Of course, these stats are result from your personal market. So definitely have this one personalized. So now this photo needs to be in the first photo spot. You wouldn't want your stats first and then your second slide to say, oh, here's our month recap, right? You would want the month recap slide before the actual stats. So if you click on these 6 square buttons, you can actually rearrange them and move them around. So that makes it nice and convenient. However, as you can see, it's not updating. Okay, so over here on the Facebook preview, once we toggle that, it did update. But man, Instagram is just not wanting to play nice today. So it's just not working. So even if I come over and I try a couple of different ways to rearrange the photos, it is just not working for me. So even no matter how hard I try, it wasn't switching. So I decided what to do is the best thing to do would to be to just delete them out and completely start over. And instead of uploading them both at one time, I decided the best thing to do in this situation is upload them one at a time, but upload them in the order that I want them to be displayed. So Facebook was being a little bit of a booger, but you know what? We played nice and we got around this. So now we're going to upload just that first photo that we want displayed, which would be, here is our market recap for the month. And then our slide second image is going to be the actual stats. Perfect. And so now our slide is in the correct order. That was Instagram. Now we're going to check out Facebook. That one's in the right order as well. So great. We finally got it fixed. Not a problem. We're going to go ahead and get that one scheduled. Now we're going to do the same thing with our story. You can also add more than one slide to your stories or schedule them at the same time. So we're going to add our media by just dragging and dropping, making sure I have the right slide correct first. There it is. We know that one's the right slide, so we're going to add that one first. Let it upload. Okay, great. We're going to add our second slide, the one that we want to have displayed second. So that one will go first, and then it'll change to this one. That looks great. Making sure our date and time's right. We got our stuff scheduled out. So there, now you can see how to schedule your feed post and your stories. And we even did a carousel or a slider image for you. So I hope that answers your questions on how to get your entire month's worth of content planned out at a time. I do love the business suite that Facebook provides. It gives you a lot of back-end information, and the number one reason why I love it is because it's free. Yes, it is free with your business page. The other thing is that, I mean, if you're publishing to Facebook and Instagram, who knows better than Facebook? All right, guys, thank you so much.